Welcome back to another episode of the Bedrock Guide. We are doing some of the smartest Minecrafting right now, walking around the nether with no fire resistance potions, looking for some piglin friends. How could this possibly end horribly? We've arrived at the native home of the piglin, and we should be able to find some around here. Hello. They're gonna get mad at me. Here, take some gold. Hey, take some gold, please. Please stop shooting me. Just take the gold. Take some gold. If you toss gold at piglins, they will stop hitting you for 30 seconds. Well, not even 30 seconds. It's like 8 seconds max, so that they can give you something in return. And this is how you barter with piglins. So we are going to come up with a very, very safe AFK automatic, amazing, awesome bartering farm today. The gold farm is ticking away, and I've got my AFK account down there collecting XP, just making sure that it doesn't lag the server. But we're gonna go over here, and I think we're going to put our nether portal for the base somewhere right around here. This is just going to be temporary placement for the time being, but we need a place to get into the nether from our base so we don't have to fly all the way back over to our starter house every time we want to go to the nether. This bartering farm, and any bartering farm for that matter that we're going to be building today, has to be built in the nether, because the second that you bring a piglin into the overworld, it will start the process of transformation into a zombified piglin, which then is just going to break your entire farm. So this is a nether exclusive farm. If you're scared of the nether, it's time to face your fears. Let's go in. No. Okay, so here's the problem. This synced up with our portal. So here's what we need to do. We need to go back over to our nether portal over here, grab the coordinates, and then divide by 8. Because the coordinates in the overworld are 8 times farther than the coordinates in the nether. So we'll do that really quick, and then I'll show you how to link this up properly. So we're going to go ahead and tear this portal down, and we're going to go back to our house and go through our portal on that side. What we need to do is get the coordinates for the nether, which we do have here, and build a portal on the nether side and then enter it that way, and it should drop us off back somewhere on top of that hillside. This spot right here, the coordinates divided by 8 from the overworld, is exactly where the portal should turn up. So what we're gonna do is grab our obsidian, and we're gonna go boom, boom, and we're just gonna build a small little nether portal here. And just in case you were wondering, always put the obsidian in the corners, because it just makes your nether portals work better. Maybe not, but it looks better. And we can go ahead and light this up, and we'll cross our fingers that we don't end up at our gold farm. Hey, look, we're at our gold farm. Oh boy. Trident killer bad. These guys are probably going to be mad at me. Okay, so we've put our nether portal back where it was to begin with, and we're going to go into the nether from the other portal. Okay, so that one links correctly. Let's go find our other one. Actually, drink a fire resistance potion first. Hey, and there's our other portal. They're actually not too far apart. That's pretty close. So we'll go through this portal, and 3, 2, 1. Oh, we came out in the right spot. Okay, good. So now let's go back through just to make sure that the changes have been applied, that we don't end up at the portal that links with our house portal. And yes, we're good to go. From here, we just need to scout out a good spot to put our bartering farm. Our nether portal to the pirate base is right there, and our nether portal to my starter house is right there. But right over here, not too far from our portal, I found an area that I've flattened out, and I really like this area. I think this will work great for our farm. I've put together just a basic little infrastructure block right here. We're gonna rip this back out momentarily, but this is where we're going to start our build. So what we're gonna do is start by going alternate directions. The bartering farm itself needs to be 8 blocks wide, because we are going to fit 8 piglins into this area. Okay, so we have our 8 by 16 frame here, and we're not gonna do too much with this just yet. This is actually going to be the layout of the room. What we are concerned with right now is this part back. No, too early. We're not ready for you yet. Get out of here. 1 block behind these basalt blocks right here is where our piglins are going to stand, and they will receive gold and barter with us automatically. So to get ready for that, we're going to go over here to our stone cutter and take our quartz and drop drop it in here because you will get quartz bricks at a 1-for-1 rate, as opposed to putting them into a crafting table 4-for-1 rate. Terrible idea. Do not use the crafting table if you're going to be cutting quartz into bricks. So we're going to start by putting a nice little frame around this area, and we're going to use our quartz bricks. We're going to go up 3, and in line with this, we're going to go across, and then we'll place another temporary block right here, and then go up 3 and connect the dots. So that'll frame out our piglin trading area, and then we're going to come back a couple of blocks with it as well. I don't think you guys understand. You're going to be trapped in there forever. Okay, so that's looking pretty good so far. We've left this space empty because we're going to put some redstone there. Let's actually go ahead and grab it. And by redstone, I mean redstone components. This is a dropper. A dropper will take items once it is put into the dropper inventory, and it will do exactly what it says. It will drop items. So we're going to put our droppers all the way across the back just like this, so that there are 8 droppers facing forward. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to put trapdoors across the ceiling, all facing the same direction, and then we'll go ahead and open all of these trapdoors. These trapdoors are going to serve as natural separators of our piglins, so that this guy right here will only pick up gold from this dropper, and so on and so forth. A lot of bartering farms used to use a method where you would place hoppers right here and put carpet on top of them, and the piglins would catch the gold, and then they would toss the items into the hopper below. That no longer works. I've tested this out in my creative testing world, and the piglins would drop the gold just straight into the hopper without catching it about a third of the time. Maybe more. So, huge thank you to Nogri, who helped me to troubleshoot this. He came up with this method right here that works flawlessly. We're going to go ahead and place 8 hoppers across the back, just like this. And then on top of these hoppers, we're going to place 1 end rod each. And this actually serves a couple of purposes. It lights up the area really cool like. And once the piglins are in here, it just looks absolutely amazing. Then the piglins are actually going to stand on top of these end rods, and they won't fall down, and they will catch the gold 100% of the time. Can confirm, has been tested several times, and then they will drop all the items into the hoppers below and on into storage. Just like we did with the gold farm, I've gone ahead and laid out our first set of infrastructure blocks, but we will explain why we did this exactly like it is. So starting up here by this pillar right here, we're going to put a hidden lever. It's not so hidden right now, but when you stand on this floor, it's going to be hard to see. I just kind of want the focus to be on this area, and we'll just flip the lever and kick off the farm. But we'll go back here and we'll place 1 piece of redstone dust right here on top of this glass. You can see that it is lit up, and then because the way that glass works in Minecraft, you can go through the block. If these were solid blocks, this redstone signal would not carry down like it does. So this is very important. These 3 pieces right here have to be glass. Then we can drop redstone dust right here and here, and then we're going to take 3 comparators and go 1, 2, 3, followed by a piece of redstone dust, and 1, 2, just like that. If you don't know what this is a comparator pulse extender, and basically what it does is it loops this signal and keeps it going until it finally runs out of signal strength and then shuts off the signal. So we'll go ahead and test this. We'll flip the lever. This is going to slowly decrease, and it's shut off. Now, when this shuts off, we need something to happen back here. We'll take a repeater and place it down right here, and we'll set it to 4 ticks. Then we're going to go ahead and place redstone dust all the way down until it runs into this block right here, which will get powered, and then we can place a redstone torch into the side of this block. This is where this entire circuit becomes a redstone clock. We will place a sticky piston right here facing forward, and it will extend because this redstone torch is powered. When we place this redstone block right here, it will power this pulse extender, which will then power this redstone line and depower this redstone torch, which will retract that piston, retracting the redstone block away from that power source, and it will stay retracted until this comparator pulse extender powers off again and repeats the cycle. So let's go ahead and watch this right now. We'll place this down. That's all lit up. That is retracted. This will go ahead and extend until it shuts off, and then this will go forward again and then retract. Basically, what this clock is doing for us is it is going to tell these droppers when to drop pieces of gold. It is timed exactly perfect for when piglins will drop their current items, which is about 8 seconds before it spits out another piece of gold. You'll get to see the demonstration a little bit better, but just know this is the exact timing that you want for this to work. When we're ready to shut off the system, we can go ahead and flip this lever, and this redstone line will forever stay lit, which will keep this piston retracted and away from the clock. So now that we understand how this clock and pulse extender combo works, this is what we have next. When this redstone block is in the retracted position, we will drop a redstone repeater right here to go up and power these blocks right underneath these droppers. It's very simple. We just keep this one on 1 tick. We run a redstone line all the way across the back right here, and then repeaters all the way into the back of these blocks. Because these blocks are being powered, they will also power these droppers right above them. So when this moves forward, these will get depowered, and when it moves back, they will power again, spitting out 1 piece of gold. Let's say we put some scaffolding in here, and we go ahead and flip this lever. Now, this is going to push forward in just a moment and depower those repeaters, and then they'll get powered again. All of them just clicked off because they got powered at the same time. There is our scaffolding. Another one should fire shortly. There it is. And again, this is about every 8 seconds or so, you will get a new piece coming out of the dropper. So just imagine that this is not scaffolding and it is gold instead, and there's piglins in there ready to pick it up and trade with the gold. So that circuit is all well and good. It will distribute all of our gold, but who wants to load droppers manually every time this thing runs out? So we need a distribution system, which is going to include hoppers. There are a few different ways you could do this. You could do this with a minecart that rolls back and forth across these hoppers. We are going to opt for a different method. We're going to use a hopper distribution line. So we will run another line of hoppers across the top of these hoppers, but they are going to face sideways until they get to this one right here. We're doing that so that the gold will feed all the way across and then drop evenly into each of these hoppers. And we're going to need another special circuit for that. We now have an orange infrastructure line right here that is going to be for our next circuit. What we need to do is place redstone dust all the way across the back of these and stop right here with the edge of this hopper. This redstone is going to be powered by default, which is going to lock these bottom hoppers from items being able to go into them. So when we put gold into this distribution line, it will go all the way down before it is allowed to come into these bottom hoppers. How we accomplish that is by placing a comparator right here. This comparator will detect when there's 1 piece of gold, and then it will power this comparator, which will power this block, which will depower this redstone torch. And then we need a repeater set to 1 tick. Just because of timings, if you don't use a repeater, this will not distribute evenly, and that's pretty much it. So again, we can test this out. Let's do it with green concrete. We'll place our green concrete in there, and you should see the line goes off, the line goes off, and it will repeat that until all 64 items are distributed evenly between each hopper and subsequently each dropper. Now, because of the way that this works, there should only be 7 pieces of concrete in each of these droppers. There will be 1 piece of concrete in each of these hoppers because they lock before they can drop down into the droppers. So let's check it out. 7, 7, 7. So if we go up here, there's 1, 1, 1, 1. So as long as this system runs, there will always be 1 stuck in these hoppers. Now, gold is very valuable to me. It takes a lot of time and effort to get flint and steel, and I don't want to spend time getting flint and steel for our gold farm just to have 8 pieces of gold sitting in my hoppers unavailable for use. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to. If you want to stop right here, this farm is basically done. But I'm going to add 1 more circuit to make sure that every single last piece of gold makes it to the droppers. The last redstone circuit before this farm is pretty much ready to go is this green infrastructure line right here. And what this redstone circuit is going to do is reverse this signal so that it is off by default. So we can go over here and take a comparator right here at this hopper. It needs to be at this hopper right before the bend. This redstone locking the hopper down here, you need to go 2 back in the line before you put the comparator. So this comparator is going to detect when gold is flowing through this system. We're going to place a redstone torch right here. So when gold hits this hopper, it's going to detect it and power this comparator, which will depower this torch. Then what we can do is run redstone dust all the way down until it runs out right here. This is 15 pieces of redstone. We'll take a repeater, place it into this block, and then a simple, quick, small torch tower. One right here, and then one right here. So you can see that this torch will power this block, depower that torch, and that torch that's directly under this block out of the side of this block will power this block right here. We can place a repeater set to 1 tick. You can tell that this block is powered because it just came on. And then redstone, redstone, redstone powers this block, shuts off that torch, and deactivates this system. So if you can track for me for a second, we're going to put a shulker right here that distributes gold into this distribution line. When gold hits this hopper right here, it will activate this circuit to re-enable this locking mechanism. So by the time gold hits this hopper, these hoppers below will already be locked. Then this will act normally. When a piece of gold hits here, it will turn this on, deactivate this again, and allow gold to go through. So remember what we said before, because this thing turns on and locks these hoppers, there's always going to be gold stuck in these hoppers. Except for the fact that when gold stops going through this hopper right here, this whole system will kick back in. It will depower this redstone line, which will free up these hoppers to allow items to flow through freely once again, which makes this an entirely lossless system. That last circuit you don't have to have if you're not concerned about losing 8 gold, but we're going to get the most bang for our buck. And now there's only one thing left to do with the farm itself. We need to get some piglins over here. In order to do that, I've already got a little rail line set up right here, but it's going to be a little bit challenging once we get into the middle section. So I think we're going to go ahead and put a partial floor in here. We're going to use the materials that we will use for the final floor, which is white stained glass, but this is not going to be the only thing in here. We're going to put something underneath the stained glass as well. The glass floor, the rail line are both in place, and we've even got a minecart down there waiting for us. We just need to find some piglins, and we don't want the zombified versions, we want the regular. So we're just gonna take a look around for a minute and see if we can lure one over. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Ouch. Ow. Make sure you're wearing good armor when you do this, because they're very strong. Come on, buddy. Come on. Ouchie. Stop knocking me out of the way. Okay, ring around the rosy is over, bud. It's time for you to go home. Come on. Get in the cart. Get in the minecart. There he goes. That was less than graceful, but that's fine. We got him. And then we'll boom, power it. There he goes. And he should be in the chamber right there. Fantastic. So what we want to do is grab some glass. Ouch. And we'll cover that up, and we'll cover that up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to break this minecart. And we're going to be careful not to punch this guy. Boom. He's in place. He cannot move unless we open that trapdoor, which we're not going to do. So we're going to be very careful. We're going to go ahead and break this piece of glass. He still shouldn't be able to get out. He's very angry at us because we're not wearing gold. And we're gonna name this guy right now. His name is going to be It. Hello, It. You do have to make sure to name tag these guys, so come prepared. Otherwise, when you walk away, they're just going to despawn and you're going to be really sad. Come here, bud. Come on. Follow me. Come here. Come on. Let's go. In you go. Come on. Boom. And our next friend is going to be named Waz Blue. Hey, that's my name. And your name is going to be Jay. Blue and Jay. That's just a coincidence, right? And welcome home, Al. This guy is gonna be named La. What do you say, Mr. Long? Okay, we have 8 piglins trapped in our farm, and it was Blue J Al La Long. If you don't understand that reference, you make me really, really sad right now. But either way, you should subscribe. Let's go ahead and block these guys back off so they can't hit us. So let's go ahead and give this a little bit of a test run. Here we go. Trade piglins trade. And there's the gold. They all have caught 1 ingot apiece. You'll see as soon as they toss it, another ingot will drop. And there you go. Oh, this is amazing. This is going to be so good. Go, 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 go. Now you can see why we really, really, really need a good gold farm like we have, because this is going to just eat through gold ingots so quickly. Let's see what we got out of a full stack. Holy smokes, a ton of gravel, fire resistance, we could use that, crying obsidian, a minecart. That fell through there from earlier. We got fire charges, some blackstone, more blackstone, iron nuggets, nether bricks, soul sand, leather. Oh, and we've got some quartz coming in here and some ender pearls. And not quite what we were looking for with the last one there. These guys also offer soul speed books. So I wonder if we're going to get some of those sometime soon. But we are running short on time for this video, so I do think that we are going to save storage for the next episode. Seems to be kind of the trend here, but I do want to go ahead and finish off the design of this room, and I think I will probably do most of it through a time lapse. So let's get that going right now. Okay, the outside is not much to look at yet. We've still got all of the circuitry exposed, and honestly, this is not an exterior build. This is just the walls that you see from the interior. But let's take a look at what we've got done so far. Everything is finished, and I kind of shaped these out to look a little bit like the piglins' faces. It's not exactly one for one, but you know, there's the head, the eyes, the mouth, and the ears folded down over the side. Just use your imagination. Then we got some soul fire and some soul lanterns and some end rods to accent the quartz. And my favorite part of all, massive flex right here with 3 netherite blocks and gold blocks to make up the Gold J. Did you know that these 3 netherite blocks took me over a stack and a half of ancient debris? That's a lot of ancient debris mining, but it's totally worth it for this build. So we are not going to turn this on today because we do not have storage yet. The farthest that this goes is these hoppers right here. So that's coming up in the next episode. We're going to finish the exterior. We're going to work out a really good storage system for this farm. But that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to leave a like and a comment in the comment section. Also, this is the last chance to suggest things in the comments for Prowl's first guidebook. I am going to be doing that with him in the next episode. I don't think he knows that yet, but we're going to surprise him with something good. So you guys leave some good comments and suggestions. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more content just like this. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.